I don't like a lot of these shadow drop movies on these streaming services, especially when you have Paramount, Apple, Netflix, Peacock, Hulu. It's like, oh my god, how many are there? But then Sydney Sweeney and Julianne Moore comes out with Echo Valley. Is it worth your time? Let's go in this valley and hear these echoes. Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon reviewing Echo Valley. And I'm sorry, Echo Valley has nothing to do with the Echo in Valleys or Valley of the Echoes. It's the name of a ranch that Julianne Moore owns. She has a daughter. She's ex-married twice. They added a different subplot in this movie, which I think was very, 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 very unneeded. But we'll continue with that, where the daughter, Sydney Sweeney, is a druggie. Hardcore druggie. And she does something horrific to her mom, Julianne Moore, and she has to do something to help her get out of it. But there is a decent twist in the middle of the movie where I was like, oh, snap, where's it going to go? But then at the very end, it turns kind of conventional, where I was like, I don't know if I can forgive. At that point in life, can you forgive someone doing something that horrendous? Because seriously, what the daughter does to Julianne Moore's character is so vile, so grotesque, that at a point, of course, it's kind of an open-ended movie when it comes to the final scene of the movie. It's hard for me to think about this movie in that way. So think about the positives. Sydney Sweeney, I always say her name wrong. The S's, won't lie, growing up, the S's and Z's, I can never pronounce it correctly. So I'm sorry that I'm a dummy when it comes to pronouncing names. Sydney Sweeney. I'm an idiot. Idiot. But Julianne Moore, they both do a fantastic job. And it's truly their both movie. Yeah, you have different side characters in this movie, but they're really not predominant. Brendan Gleeson not. It's not Brendan Gleeson, you fucking idiot. And if you had to say there is a third character, it's Domhnall Gleeson. I'm saying his name completely wrong again. Slap. Again, he was just in, what was it called? Fountain of Youth, which is another Apple show. Another one where I think some of these people have contracts with the streaming services. Speak about streaming services. Holy crap. Apple loves their product placements. Every time in this movie, you're going to see Julianne Moore with her iPhone, an iPad, her earbuds, Beats, especially the daughter as well. Like, Apple's like, you're going to make sure this is produced by Apple. I can guarantee it. So that's really kind of annoying with these movies like this. Anywho, the acting's good. I think the directing is good as well. The writing is fine because there was, like I said, a solid twist in the middle of the movie where I even said, oh shit, thinking, where's it going to go? And then another oh shit moment where I was like, oh my god, these twists are getting pretty damn good. So the second act of this movie was very solid because the first act of the movie was trying to get to know Julianne Moore, Sydney Sweeney, Sweetie, god dang it, her daughter character and their relationship and things like that, especially with the ex. And there's a Patty character as well. And you're thinking, oh, where's this going to go? In my whole mind, I was thinking another daughter. Then I was thinking, okay, they're bringing these other two female characters in. It's not a daughter, is it anymore? And it isn't a daughter. So they bring a lesbian storyline into this movie. And you're like, is that really needed? Sure, why not? Why not? Even though it does nothing to this movie whatsoever, I felt like if it was more of a daughter character, to me it would have felt more of why there's a disconnect between the with the father, with the daughter, and the mother relationship. How it's so spiderweb entangled of hatred and trying to understand each other. I felt like that would have been better. Of course, they added this Patty storyline to maybe add representation. I don't know, but it really doesn't advance the story forward anymore. All it does is shows Julianne Moore's grief. That's it. And I felt like there's a lot more grief elements to this movie they could have done, like I said, but that was a kind of a weak plot point overall. Then we bring in this drug aspect to it about a drug dealer with $10,000, and that's where it kind of shoots back up with the second act of like what we're going to do with this barn, what we're going to do with the horses, what kind of blackmailing is going to occur. And I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this, where it's going to go. And then it goes somewhere and you're like, oh my god, this is fucking bonkers. And then the last 15 minutes does something completely bonkers as well. And you're thinking, oh, that kind of turned it conventional, kind of on its head, where you're like, oh, we're going to go this narrow route of everything is going to be somewhat okay, if you want to put it that way. And you're thinking, oh, okay. Yeah, I understand they want to do that because they don't want to, have so much doom and gloom in this movie, which I completely understand. But I was like, oh, are we going to go there? We don't go over the cliff, but we're on the edge, kind of dangling with the audience, like, oh, where we're going to go. And of course, the last 10 minutes, you know exactly what it's going to be. Can you say it was too perfect? Sure, McGurrs, but it is what it is. Again, like I said, what the daughter and boyfriend does in this movie is so vile to me, so grotesque, and just so disgusting. At a point, can you trust or forgive someone at this point? I know there's that TV show, Forgive and Forget, but are you really going to frame your mom to do something that horrendous and just have her be in fucking hell like that? Like, maybe I'm just too much of a mama boy and family boy that I could never fathom of a person doing that to a single person in their family. A brother, a sister, a cousin, a near cousin, an uncle, an aunt, father, mother, a dog. And there's a scene with the dog too where I was like, oh my God, is she going to do it? Like, there's a lot of good moments like that where I was like, oh, where's this movie going to go? And I was kind of vibing with this movie. But then it kind of, like I said, I want to say it went downhill, but I was like, oh, we're going that conventional route, which is fine, which makes it a fine movie. But it's one of those things that's kind of a lopsided half, where it's like the first half, okay, we're kind of get to know these characters. It's a little slow. Second half, boom. Oh, I'm on this level. Third act, okay, turn conventional. So as you could tell with what I'm saying about this movie, about moving up and down, I do feel like it's a good movie. Not great. It could have been fantastic in my opinion, but it is a serviceable film. So Echo Valley will receive a 3 out of 5 Futons, which equals that 60%. Let's see what the critics and user scores gave this one. So you have critics a 51% with 84 of them, audience score of 53 with over 250. Critic consensus: Julianne Moore's committed turn and the relatable premise of how far a parent will go for their child gives Echo Valley some high peaks. But Fork, am I saying that right? I got another sneeze coming. Plotting sends it slopping back down to routine territory. My goodness. That's like 5 sneezes in 2 reviews. 51, 53, 60. Chase Lehock here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know things Bluetoontopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, week from now, month, or a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. What do you think of Echo Valley? Is it a good name for a ranch? Let me know down below.